I hope I don't get a phone call in the middle of this recording. Hi, I'm gonna be reading A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. The cover seems to be princess girl looking at a dead body, and the possessed doll is like, kill her, even though she's dead. So I don't know. It's gonna be good. Alright, open the book. Once upon a time when oh, that's the foreword. I don't care. That was the foreword. I don't care. Chapter 1. Sarah. No age. Once on a dark winter's day, when the yellow fog hung... People driving by, I'm reading. When the yellow fog hung so thick and heavy on the streets of London that the lamps were lighted and the shop windows blazed 420 with gas as they do at night, an odd-looking little girl sat in a cab with her father and was driven rather slowly through the big thoroughfares. Calling her odd-looking is mean. That's really rude. She sat with her feet tucked under her and leaned against her father, who held her in his arm, and his one arm, and she stared out of the window at the passing people with a queer old-fashioned thoughtfulness in her big eyes, as opposed to a heterosexual old-fashioned thoughtfulness in her big eyes. She was such a little girl that one did not expect to see such a look on a small face. It would have been an old look for a child of 12, and Sarah Crewy was only 7. I don't know if it's Crew or I don't care. The fact was, however, she was always dreaming and thinking odd things, and could not herself remember any time when she had not been thinking things about grown-up people and the world they belonged to. She felt as if she had lived a long, long time. This book's gonna go on for a long, long time. At this moment, she was remembering the voyage she had just made from Bombay with her father, Captain Crew. And whose dad's the captain? Pippi Longstocking? Dad is the captain. She was thinking of the big ship of the Lascars passing silently to and fro on it, of the children playing about on the hot deck, and of some young officers' wives who used to try to make her talk to them and laugh at the things she said. Principally, she was thinking of what a queer thing, as opposed to a heterosexual thing, it was at one time one was in India in the blazing sun, and then in the middle of the ocean, then driving in a strange vehicle through strange streets where at day it was as dark as the night. She found this so puzzling, she moved closer to her father. "Papa," she said in a low, mysterious little voice which was almost a whisper. "Papa." "Kill her! Kill her!" I'm kidding, that didn't happen. "What is it, darling?" Captain Crew answered, holding her closer and looking down into her face. "What is it Sarah thinking of?" "Is this the place, Sarah—" "Oh, sorry. Is this the place?" Sarah whispered, cuddling still closer to him. "Is this it, Papa?" "Yes, little Sarah, it is. We have reached it at last." And though she was only 7 years old, she knew that he felt sad when he said it. "Stop driving past my house with your loud cars and your squealing tires." It seemed to her many years since she had begun to prepare her mind for the place, as she always called it. What? Her mother died when she was born, so she never knew or missed her. Her young, handsome, rich, petting father seemed to be the only relation she had in the world. They always had played together and been fond of each other. She only knew he was rich because she had heard people say so when they thought she was not listening. And she had also heard them say that when she grew up, she would be rich too. She did not know what all that being rich meant. She had always lived in a beautiful bungalow, and had been used to seeing many servants who made salams to her and called her Missy Sahib. Oh, that might have been a little racist, and gave her own way in everything. She had had toys and pets and an ayah who worshipped her, and she had gradually learned that people who were rich had these things. That, however, was all she knew about it. How much longer is this chapter? I gotta go. I have lunch. Business. Oh, this is a long chapter. Summary. She looks in a window and says, "Oh, Papa," she cried. "There's Emily." And she's looking at a doll. And so they gave her a doll, and then she goes to this place. And upstairs in the locked room, Sarah and Emily sat on the floor and stared at the corner round which the cab had disappeared, while Captain Crew looked backward, waving and kissing his hand as if he could not bear to stop. The end. That's the whole book. And then she finds a mouse and names it Milk Sidic or whatever. Milk, I don't know how to pronounce it. And she's a princess, and she kills a maid, and the doll has a ghost. And they find a garden in the back, but it's a secret, so they had to make a sequel. 10 out of 10. This 10 out, perfect, beautiful. Stop driving past my house!